This morning, we'll sit down and speak with Mr. Arnold and check out the historic Ambler Theater.
Good morning, Upper Dublin. I'm your host, Quinn.
And I'm Jada.
Last episode, Don Perry and his crew spoke with Barbara from Jackets and Things. Let's see what he's up to on this week's Hitting the Streets.
Hey UD, welcome back to Hitting the Streets. I'm your host, Don Perry. In this episode, we are at the Ambler Theater. This historic theater has been a local landmark and has been serving the community since 1928. Let's head inside. I'm here with the marketing assistant of the Ambler Theater, Ben Scamla. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And what makes the Ambler Theater different from all the big major theaters around the area?
So one thing that sets us apart from most other theaters is that we're independent and we're a nonprofit theater. So kind of what that means is we're not beholden to a lot of the same rules that larger theaters have to follow. So in a sense, we can program a lot more of the things that we want to see in the community that our customers are asking for. So we're a little more flexible in that manner.
What do you think made the Ambler Theater such a landmark?
I think that the building's been here for a while. It's obviously distinct. So the Spanish colonial architecture, which is common for a lot of older movie palaces, which you don't really see too much anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of smaller theaters like this haven't survived in recent years. We had to transfer to digital projection and switch off of film recently, which was sort of an industry-wide change. And that was sort of a hurdle for a lot of theaters. So I think in that sense, we're a little unique in that there aren't so many theaters like us around that. And I think it's just become a fixture of the Ambler community, kind of emblematic of Ambler Main Street at this point.
So UD, stop on in to see a movie, and always remember, support your local small businesses.
Wow, I just might be heading down to see a movie this weekend.
Next up, we have the biggest news from across the school district.
Welcome to the district. I'm Josh Portney at the Newsdesk. Today is Thursday, October 18th, 2018. Here's the latest news from around the district. This Sunday, the Fort Washington Fire Company is hosting its 7th annual Hot Foot 8.8 mile run to raise necessary funds for the volunteer fire department. Participants have 3 options: a 5.4K run, an 8.8K run, and the Hallmark 8.8 mile run. All of these races take runners around the neighborhoods adjacent to the high school. Registration costs $28 for adults and $10 for the kids run. Visit hotfoot88.org for more information. The Upper Dublin Planning Committee recently proposed a turnpike interchange to be built at Welsh Road and Computer Avenue. Let's send it down to our field reporter, Ryan Levinson, who's reporting live from Welsh Road.
I'm standing at the corner of Welsh Road and Prudential Drive, one of Upper Dublin's busiest intersections, which serves 24,000 cars per day. Yes, day. Montgomery County is proposing a new turnpike entrance here in an effort to relieve congestion at the Willow Grove entrance. Opponents of the proposal argue that our traffic will only get worse and it won't dramatically help Willow Grove's entrance. Either way, it won't happen until 2020 when freshmen are eligible to drive. Freshmen driving? Now that's a crazy thought. Anyways, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Brian, for that field report. Now for news inside the high school. The SAT or ACT is undisputedly one of the most important parts of everyone's high school experience. In the past, UD students have been expected to find tutors or practice on their own. However, this is problematic because tutors are often expensive and self-motivation isn't exactly a high schooler's forte. So, if you would still like SAT or ACT tutoring, several high-scoring NHS seniors are offering their expertise for free in the library after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:30 to 3:30. This is a great opportunity to those who would like to learn more about the SAT and ACT and receive personalized help at no extra cost. Thanks for tuning in today. This has been The District.
Thank you, Josh, for the update.
Last week, Karan sat down with Mr. Arnold to discuss the choir program.
I'm Karan Marini, and I'm here with
Mr. Arnold.
and Mr. Arnold is our choir director here at the high school. So, Mr. Arnold, what made you get into teaching?
I've been playing music, pretty much playing and singing music all my life. My major instrument was piano. My secondary was actually French horn. I didn't get into the vocal teaching aspect of it until I got to college.
What are the classes you teach?
Well, we have 4 different choir classes. It's pretty easy to take choir here because there's I teach it 2nd period, 3rd period, 6th period, and 7th period. And in that span, you can take it as a 5-day elective, or you can take it as a 3-day elective. It really doesn't matter. There's no difference between the two as far as performance goes. They're all part of the concert choir.
Who can take choir? Can all kids, or do you have to have a background in singing?
No, that's one of my favorite things to discuss with my kids is that there's this preconceived notion that you have to know how to sing when coming into my class. And I always equate it to, going to your math class or your science class or your English class. You don't know about the subject matter. You know a little bit, but you might not know all the subject matter. You go to those classes to learn about that subject matter. And it's the same in my class. I accept any and all.
Well, I kind of seen you playing the piano as we started. Have you written any of your own music?
I do. I am a composer. I have a few pieces published that you can buy if you want to.
Always got to make the money.
Yeah, so you gotta try. I have some piano pieces I've done, mostly choral pieces. Our choir has done a few of them in the past.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Arnold, for sitting down with us today.
Thank you very much.
Really
I appreciate this.
I'm really looking forward to hearing some of the new music that the choir does this year.
Thank you very much.
Besides the classes he teaches, Mr. Arnold also has choir and box after school.
Now, what you've all been waiting for.
7th period?
No. UD Talk Sports.
I'm Quinn Burns here with CJ Staley, right tackle for the Cardinal football team. Now, I heard that you guys have a lot of returning starters and are looking pretty solid this year with a record of 5-1. Is this true?
Yeah, we've had a lot of returning starters and then also a lot of young guys stepping up this season. It's been really helpful.
Now, that's great. Now, with being ranked so high and losing to a non-league team, Penn Charter it was, what have you guys been doing so far to prevent this from happening again?
We had a sick feeling on our stomach after that game. We've been working really hard. Not giving any plays off, and everybody coming to practice and stuff. That'll help us out.
It's very reasonable. Now, what have been your hardest tasks this season?
Getting everybody on the same page because you have a lot of younger kids playing, just trying to get them up to speed as quick as possible.
Now, you have one game, and then the big game, the homecoming game. Anything you would like to say to the fan base?
We need your support. It's going to be a big game. We lost Tupper Moreland last year, but we're hoping to change that this year, get on some revenge.
We're going to need that fan base loud and proud. Keep grinding this season, boys, and good luck. And as always, go Cardinals.
Hello there, UD, and welcome back to another Upper Dublin Tech Review. Today we will be discussing the new Chromebooks and all of its new features, while also comparing it to the old Chromebooks. So let's jump right in. First off, the new Chromebooks have come with a screen that can bend all the way back. The old ones, however, don't even compare. The new ones, however, come with a stylus that allows you to draw on the screen without staining it. Look at that! The old ones, however, when you draw on the screen, it just looks silly. Oh, so silly. The new Chromebooks come with a protective case that is completely hammer resistant. Look how it just repels the hammer. The old Chromebooks, however, aren't as protective. Look at how that hammer just destroys the old Chromebooks. Ugh. With the case on, the new Chromebooks can withstand the full weight of a car. Unlike the old ones, which they're just pathetic. Look at how it just crumbles. Well, there you have it, UD. This has been your UD Tech Review. Join us next week when we review the UD Prompter.
That's all we have for today, UD.
Thanks for tuning in.
And remember,
This is your UDTV.